I want to welcome a man that has been affiliated with some of the most well-known names in all of music and entertainment, from Cool G Rap to LL Cool J to 50 Cent. I'm talking about Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey. Bimmy, I want to welcome you on the show today, man. I really appreciate the chance to have this conversation with you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, you driving it out there, man. You got a Wraith out? You got a Wraith out there, man?
No, it's a cousin.
Okay. That's of the same variety?
Yeah, it's bigger though.
Oh man,
the truck, the Rolls Royce truck.
Right now, everyone is asking you to give them clout, Bimmy.
That's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. But when you bruise the clout, then comes a different story. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. That's what I'm here to do, to pass it down. When you start bruising it, another story.
I want to know why everyone is talking about you. Therefore, I want to talk to you about your origins, because I want to try and make it make sense for the people why you're such a topic of interest.
Man, who else they going to talk about? You ain't going to talk about the nigga laying on the ground somewhere, are you? You going to talk to the nigga that you feel is closer to you. That's supposed to be with you. Or supposed to be doing something for you. You know what I'm saying? That's why. That's what interests at.
So let's just put it out there. The Supreme Team. Tell us about coming up with them.
I mean, it was a teaching. It was a group of guys that believe in each other, that love each other, that honor each other, was teaching each other. You know what I'm saying? And it's just brotherhood. It's like, my brother's keeper. You know what I mean? We never cross each other, never shade each other. You know what I mean? We always been there for each other. You know what I'm saying? So me growing up as a youth with that, that was my family. You know what I'm saying? That was where my teachings come from.
So can you tell me, Bimmy, what year did you actually start coming outside?
Me, 84.
84, I remember
84.
You were saying that you had seen Run DMC in like 83 when you was on the block. I think you said in one podcast.
Yeah, I ain't had nothing. But yeah, back then, 83, I ain't had nothing. That's when I wanted the Def Jam jacket and all that. You know what I'm saying? I seen the Def Jam jacket. I ain't know I was gonna go in the streets. You know what I mean? That came after that. When I seen the jacket, I wanted the Def Jam jacket.
At a certain point, Supreme McGriff was locked up and you stepped up. What happened as far as the chain in leadership when he got locked up, and how did you step up?
Be the man that I am, the man that I was taught to be. You know what I'm saying? What I was raised. You know what I'm saying? Once my philosophy is once a good follower becomes a great leader. You know what I mean? So me being a good follower, I became that great leader and taking leadership, as well as my man Big Black Just. You know what I'm saying? Both of us. You know what I mean? So I took my part of the town, he took his part of the town. You know what I'm saying? And we just, last time I seen Preem in prison, I was to visit him, and he had said to me and Just, this is a chance for y'all to make your own name. You know what I'm saying? So when he told us that, nigga, I went. You know what I'm saying? He just went. And that's what we did. We made names for ourselves.
I was hearing you say that you would ride around with Preem, pretty much going everywhere with him before he eventually gave you a block.
Yeah. I was with him every day. You know what I'm saying? Every day teaching me certain things in life and, morals, principles, even about women. I wasn't getting no women back then. I ain't had no girls. You know what I'm saying? It was all new to me. You know what I'm saying? I was playing basketball. That was my woman. You know what I mean? I wanted to make the pros. I mean, I was into basketball until I fell off my basketball team in high school. Once I fell off, you know what I mean? I had nothing at the crib. Refrigerator empty. You know what I mean? I ain't got no clothes. I ain't got no sneakers. I ain't got nothing, bro. I was tapped out. You know what I mean? I never had in my mind to go take anything because I don't feel as though, if a nigga work all day and you come take it, you got an enemy for life. You don't know when that enemy gonna come. You don't know who your enemy is. Like me personally, I always knew who my enemy was. I never would do was guessing and saying who was my enemy. I know who my enemy is. You know what I'm saying? And I make it that way through my life. So I don't get across, crossfire. I won't be in the mix where you catch me this way, that way. You know what I mean? I know who you are.
how do you deal with the speculation about not getting indicted with Preem? Like, haven't you dealt with these type of accusations? And what do you say to the people who say Preem is in jail and
Yo,
Bimmy
you
is
know what's crazy, Mike? What that got to do with me being in jail? I ain't sold drugs in 35 years. All right, I ain't in 35 years. And when I did come home, I was working at Def Jam, working Corey Rooney, and then Def Jam. How would I be caught up in anybody's indictment? You feel me? When I went to jail, somebody told on me. That's why I went to jail. So when people say I'm caught up in some indictment, I ain't getting caught in indictment. Like how? Like what they got to do with me? It got nothing to do with me. Nothing. If your friends you grew up with continue to rob and steal, and you Mikey T got his podcast and doing the right thing, you're wrong because you didn't caught up in their indictment. Is Mikey T wrong? Just tell me. You
no,
wrong
go
because
ahead.
you
I
didn't
hear
caught
what
up in
you're
their
saying.
indictment because they kept going. They kept going, and I didn't. Nah, come on, dog. All it is this. You got guys that never been out there that will hear stories from 3 and 4 parties and trying to piece them together and put it together and just talk. And they give it to the people that really don't have a clue. So what they do is they know how to sell a story and tell a story and they listen to them. Nothing I can do about it. I can't make everybody like me or everybody believe my story. You know what I mean? Know my story is to see it like you sitting there with me now. That's to know my story. You know what I'm saying? That's to know my story. I don't suit everybody. That's to know my story because I don't have to explain myself.
Has anybody ever come up to you in the streets like that on some Preem is in jail and you're not, Bimmy?
Hell no. Never in my life. Never. Why would they do that? How would they do that? I was in my life over 35 years ago. I'm talking my life over. And the world knows it. You know what I mean? I'm not saying homies out there, but I don't know what he was doing, but it had nothing to do with me, man. That's why, with these niggas is crazy. They like, you control what another grown man do. I don't control what another grown man do. You feel me? I don't. I
I
can't.
feel you on that, man. I feel you. I've kind of feel the
Huh?
I feel you on that 100%. You know what I mean? I feel the same way about a few cases that have gone on like
I
that.
mean, me personally, man, bro, I've been moved away. I ain't saying I moved away 5 years ago, 10 years. I'm away 30 years ago. Moved away. What they got to concern me for? That don't concern me.
So let me ask you, Bimmy, what was it that got you out of the streets and into music?
Being poor. I wanted a different way in life. You know what I mean? Went to prison. That was it. And I ain't want to go back to prison. You know what I mean? I want my son look at me like my dad is still selling drugs at that age. 40 years old, he's still selling drugs. I ain't living like that, bro. My father left me when I was a child, doing the same thing. Pops left, got killed, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be that. I'm not going to be that. I learned from humans. I watch all niggas' mistakes, and I'm proud of it that I won't make that same mistake. So when I hear these guys talk, I just look at him and I'm like, he's making a mistake. He's making a mistake. I never want to be these people, man. Ever.
How did you end up creating a relationship and, joining Sony?
Well, a partner of mine is Corey Rooney. He's from my projects. He's from Baisley. He lives in Cena Manor. And when he was younger, we bought him equipment. You know what I mean? And he wound up producing for Mariah Carey, doing the whole albums, most of the albums. Then Jennifer Lopez. You know what I mean? He started just fucking Puffy, everybody. You know what I'm saying? And when I came home, I told him I needed a job, and he said to me, I'm gonna show you how to produce. And he taught me how to produce, and I've been learning how to produce ever since. And my first record was with Cool G Rap. It's a shame. The remix. I did that. Me and Corey. I bought my first legit car, the Lexus GS. You know what I mean? So Corey's a senior vice president of Sony at the time. With Tommy Tola. That was Tommy Tola's right hand man. Tommy was the chairman at the time, Mariah's ex-husband. You know what I mean? So I end up being in that building with Corey. That's how I end up at Sony.
That's crazy, man. And you actually turned that
But
the deal with
yeah,
Sony
yeah,
to a deal with Def Jam.
yeah, definitely, definitely. Russell came in and offered me a job. You know what I mean? So here the work I'm doing. But this I'm saying to the world is, y'all worried about some street shit, want me to do that, but here it is, I'm in these big ass $1 billion buildings. You know what I mean? Switching my whole life over to change it, to change the whole narrative. You know what I'm saying? We can get into other stuff, but but just change the whole narrative of what I'm doing in life. Like, none of us should belong in prison. I don't believe none of us is supposed to be in prison. You know what I mean? That shit ain't fit for a dog. You know what I mean? But when you get your mind programmed to know them type of things, then you won't go there. But if you're into the nonsense and the bullshit and it's in your atmosphere, it's gonna come.
So what was it like in the Def Jam building, man? I heard you say that when you went there, they gave you the office. I heard I know a couple of people that was over there. Randy Acker was over there telling me about all
That's
the,
my guy.
you know what I mean? Telling me about how it was. I mean, it was like a murder inc. It was like a lot of Method Man going on in there, man. What was it like in that building, man? Paint the picture for me.
I mean, that building was everything, man. That building was Rockefeller. That building was Rough Riders. That building was everything, man. You got R&B guys. Montel Jordan. You got everything, man. Everything in that building, man. That building was brotherhood too. That brother, even though we about fighting amongst each other, we find about records to get records out. Who's gonna shine the most? You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. I had 2 artists signed over there. You know what I'm saying? They let me sign 2 artists, but it was slick because they want me to really work with their artists. They signed already. It just pleased me and let me sign my artists. You know what I'm saying? But that's why my artists ain't gonna fall like that. You know what I mean? I was caught in the trick bag. You know what I mean? Because I work so well with the artists that they like that shit. Like, nah, give me him, give me her. You know what I mean? And that's how that went. But that building was the best experience of my life, best teaching of music in my life. You know what I mean? Best teaching. I wouldn't change that for nothing in the world.
What did you think about Jay-Z ultimately becoming the president of Def Jam at one point?
I mean, congratulate him, man. Any black man that goes up, man, I applaud him, man. You know what I mean? It had nothing to do with me, like I have a bad bone in my body about any man. I don't do that. You know what I mean? Congratulate him. You know what I'm saying? Get your money, brother. Get your money. And that's what it's about. I mean, you need more Jay-Z's. You need a lot more Jay-Z's. He make payday possible for a lot of guys. He feed a lot of families. You know what I'm saying? How can anybody have something bad to say about that man? He feed his families. He feed other people's families. Emery, that's my boy. You know, I fuck with Emery hard. He did some things for me before. I fuck with Emery. You know what I'm saying? That man did a lot of time in prison. Came home, Jay looked out for me and turned back. How can you not like that? You know what I'm saying? The only thing about us, we always look at people's faults and try to downgrade them and put them down. Nah, man, that's a good man. That man did his thing. So that's where he come from. Marcy? Come on, man. How many people come out of Marcy and made it to where he at, his level in life? How many?
Can you recall an instance of having a conversation with Jay-Z at Def Jam or any of the guys from Rockefeller?
Guys in the streets respect each other. You know what I'm saying? Where we come from. You know what I'm saying? And the conversation I had with Jay was, I need him to get on a record with LL and shit. And he kept spinning me. You know what I'm saying? It was cool though. Imagine LL Cool J in a Jay-Z record.
I mean, everybody was just talking about LL Cool J and 50 Cent. LL had spoke about why the Exit 13 album really didn't work with 50 on it. So I mean, LL and Jay-Z would be crazy
Why
too.
didn't work?
It didn't work
Why
because
wouldn't it work? Why didn't it work?
he wasn't really feeling the sound. He just didn't feel like that sound was organic to him to have so many, I guess, maybe gangsta cuts, 50 Cent style cuts on his album.
You should know that day one. You know what I'm saying? That's like saying I'm not calling him Elvis. I said that's like Elvis. You put Elvis with Dr. Dre. Like that formula don't mix. You know what I'm saying? It don't mix. You should know it off the top.
I mean, I kind of think like maybe they just crafted like 8 to 10 records in a session together. How fast did LL work?
No, he's smart. He crafty. He's intelligent, and he feed off the room. You know what I mean? Like I can give him an idea. He's gonna pin that shit up the way I dreamed of it and thought about it. He's gonna put it together. You know what I mean? That's why I say a person got to know him as an artist. You got to know him.
You were involved in a series on FX, Hip Hop Uncovered. Can you tell me how that all came together? You know, a station like FX, and I also saw it was on Hulu as well.
Once again, LL Cool J called me. You know what I'm saying? They contacted him first. He called me and said his producer's looking for you, bro, like that. I said, who? He said, Rashidi Harper. And I said, Rashidi beats with Dr. Dre all the time. You know what I'm saying? So I said, you can get my number. He gave my number. And Rashidi called me and said, yo, we doing this show. We think you'd be good for it, blah, blah, blah. And he said, we need another girl. We trying to find a girl. And I said, shit, my sister. You know what I'm saying? I said, my sister. And he said, who's your sister? I said, Deb. He said, oh, yeah, she be good. I said, all right. So I contacted Deb. I told him going to LA. They flew me out that same week. And she said, let me know what it is, Then I told her, she said, Bimmy, there ain't enough money. Yeah, I told her, fuck the money. Let's just get the film going so we get other things that come outside the film. It's never about the money. You know what I mean? It's about the work. You know what I'm saying? It's about the work. Always about the work. You know what I'm saying? Because you do good work, then other work will come out of it. Then that big ass bag gonna come. You know what I'm saying? That's what you do.
Haitian Jack was on the show. I believe he grew up near Fulton Projects. It was alleged that Biggie warned Tupac not to hang around Haitian Jack and that he was no joke. Did you know Haitian Jack, and what did you think about him?
Me and Haitian Jack live together in Atlanta.
For real, that's crazy.
Great man, good man. I mean, it ain't no fucking rat. I tell you that much. People throw that word around a lot. You know what I mean? But he wasn't that.
Damn, can you take me into like how far back do you go with Haitian Jack?
Shit, 90s.
Some real
like shit, early 90s. Early 90s, like late 80s, like early 90s. Early 91, 89, 91, something like that. Yeah, like 91, 90, when I went on a run and I had to go down to Atlanta and I moved with him. And, we got that work and we did what we had to do. That's how I got to Macon, Georgia.
Okay, so you actually, when you were living with Haitian Jack, you were on the run at that point in time.
Yeah, I was on the run.
And I want to say this is before you got hit with that $2 million bail.
Yeah, definitely.
That's crazy, man. From being on the run with Haitian Jack to Whitney Houston bailing you out for $2 million. You know what I'm saying? What a story right there, Bimmy.
Man, it's the cause, dealt.
You got dealt a couple blackjacks, geez.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And a couple of jokers.
Did you ever get a chance to meet Jimmy Henchman, and what did you think about him? Was he a nice guy?
I don't know him as far as that, though. I met him before, but that's as far as it goes. You know what I mean? I don't know him. You know what I mean? My sister knew he was. You know what I'm saying? Me and him met occasionally. We met, but that was as far as it go. You know what I mean?
I imagine Deb knew him through like the Gucci Man affiliation he had at one point in time.
I think so. You know what I mean? She told me out of her own mouth that he helped her a lot. So, I mean? I had no ill will feeling towards him. You know what I mean? Because she told me that, she told me out of her own mouth that he helped her, you know what I'm saying, in certain situations. So, my honor is like, to my sister. You know what I mean? She say one thing, I'm gonna listen to what she's saying.
Facts, man. Yeah, you can't go against your blood, but also Deb is just one of the most recognized public figures in the game. Salute to your sister, man.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
So I want to talk about Star, man. What's your thoughts on Star saying that he wants to see you face to face?
Let me tell you something to you. I promise you this. None of these days gonna see me face to face. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna give it 100 with you, right? I've never been a gunman, right? But I rose rank in the team because I know how to fight. I always know how to use these. I always know how to fight. Light-skinned nigga there, and you never knew. I know how to fight. That boy don't want to see me, man. And I ain't got nothing to say about him. Or you know what I mean? I don't go into that. You know what I'm saying? These dudes, you know, the world we live in today, you can get on the internet and say what you want to say, you know what I'm saying? And then put you in a situation where it's gonna cause you bodily harm, where you gonna go to prison. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that me directly, but the people around me is not going to hear that shit. You know, feel me? And they gonna get tired of keep hearing it, and they're not gonna keep going. I'm not gonna be able to say nothing to them. But at the end of the day, it's gonna all fall on my lap. You feel me? Because you got these niggas on the internet piecing dates and who talk to who what way, and you know, they start piecing crimes up. You know what I mean? When they start doing all that, what you gonna say to these niggas? What you gonna, you know, they know it's disrespect, but what they causing the death wish on themselves. What you gonna say? What they gonna say? What you gonna say? You know what I'm saying? Ain't much too much you can say, bro. I'm just keeping 100. Ain't too much you can say about that. You know, the disrespect. You nothing you can say. Not today's world. What am I gonna do to you? Because I'm not gonna play with you. I don't believe, yo, bro. One thing, I don't believe in enemies. You know what I mean? I don't sleep. I can't sleep. I know you're a threat. I can't sleep. I can't sleep until I know where you at. You feel me? I can't sleep. So I don't play them games. I'm not into that. I'm not no bully. I'm not no mouthpiece and be talking and all that. No, man, I'm quiet, man. That's why I'm here. I don't. You ain't gonna never know. I'm quiet. I ain't saying shit. Them dudes can say what they want to say. Keep talking. Keep talking. Nigga, I come from somewhere real solid, man, with solid men. It ain't got nothing to do with Prince of Preem. I come from some different niggas too. That's solid. That's real. You feel me? That's real. See, my teachers don't come from the team, bro. I got a bunch of uncles. I got a bunch of niggas that my sister and them baby fathers is. You know what I'm saying? They're real niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying? That I fuck with, that raised me. They've been in my house every day with me. You know what I mean? So when you see these dudes painting pictures, that ain't me. That ain't me. No, that's you. That's really you, my nigga. You want that to be me.
Where do your issues with Star stem from? Why is he so invested?
I mean, I spoke to him on the phone, right? And I told him I won't speak on it no more. You feel me? So I'm not gonna. I'm gonna grant that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna grant that. I'm not gonna say nothing. That's water under the bridge, homie. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna grant that. You know what I'm saying? I'm too invested in myself and my life to me, to, go against my word or go against about what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? When these dudes don't understand is when you keep talking about things and keep going on and on, these other guys grab it and they go on. You know what I mean? They don't give a fuck. Half of these niggas ain't got no family. They have nothing. Half of these niggas live somewhere where they don't want to be living at. They'd rather live back in jail. At least they know they're gonna get something to eat at night, or they can eat off the land. It's hard living out here, brother. It's hard. And those are the type of niggas we run up against. Them niggas that can't live out here. So when they see another nigga living, oh man, fuck that. We're gonna stop his growth. We're gonna fuck that. He been living too long. I read a comment one thing on my page one day, and this dude said, yo, he been shining too long. Y'all put his lights out. He been shining too long. So what you say about Robert De Niro? What you say about fucking any of these niggas that's making it? Like, what do you say? What you envy because you got the same 24 hours I got. Same 24 hours. Whatever decision you make is what you make of it. It's nobody else's fault. And even your parents' fault. It's your fault, my nigga. Land of the free, home of the brave. You know what I'm saying? You can do what the fuck you want to do. Any one of us. But no, you sit there and choose to condemn another man about what he doing and what he have done, and let me explain something to you, brother. If you live in the hood and you grew up in the hood that we call the hood, I call it neighborhoods. You grew up in the neighborhoods, bro, either you're gonna lose a fight or you're gonna get stabbed, you're gonna get shot. Something gonna happen to you, bro. These dudes go on the internet, yo, he got punched in the face when he was 9 years old. He pussy. Nigga, you gonna catch a short in the hood because there's always somebody better than you.
Why are these dudes that come from jail on the internet not exposing one another?
Because they all got shit on each other. They all got shit on each other. So if me and Mikey was in jail together and I did some foul shit, some fuck shit, Mikey knows. So if I come at Mikey with anything else, Mikey's like, yo, nigga, hold on, Bimmy. Remember in the shower, nigga, this happened, that happened. You remember that? That's what's going on with these niggas. They can't say nothing because they all been through some shit. Dog, they spent 20 years in prison, 30 years in prison. You think they model students? You think they model students? They never did nothing. They ain't getting nothing. So they catch a short. Nah, bro. Something happened. These niggas ain't talking about it. They ain't talking about it. That's why they don't go on each other. Nigga, they gotta have a field day on each other. Nigga, I ain't never been with none of these niggas. I don't know none of them. I don't know none of them. It's a fact. I don't know none of them.
Zip with the Drip and Star promised police reports, but they never put it out. Do you feel like they tried to use it as self-promotion for themselves?
I mean, it gotta be because there ain't no police report about me ever. You know what I'm saying? And my record ain't sealed. I don't have none of that on my record. You can look me up. I'm not sealed. You know what I mean? Any charge I ever had was, first of all my charges was fighting in school or some dumb shit, stolen car. You know what I mean? Then when the person told on me and I caught my first A1 felony, I did 3 to life for it. I copped out to 3 to life and I went and did my bid. And after that, I did my bid, I didn't do nothing else. So I started, fucking Corey. I ain't do nothing else. So these dudes, my run wasn't even long like that. It was just the work I was putting in the streets that was crazy within them years. But I didn't have no long run in the streets like that. I stopped.
But what did you think of G Unit affiliate Jaffe the Mac posting that 50 Cent said you were innocent and the real confidential informant was Black Just? This is someone that you know knew very well.
But I don't know him to be that though. I don't know him to be that. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know him to be that. I won't even say that. You know what I'm saying? And let him rest in peace, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I say. Let him rest in peace. You know what I mean? I commend 50, saying what he said, but let homie rest in peace, man. I don't know him to be no confident for him. I ain't never got that from him. You know what I mean? He been a real stand-up dude to me through my whole life. You know what I'm saying? Always. Been stand up. Yeah, men, made men, all that. You know what I'm saying? Same as me. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, man.
10 Toes Down told me you were setting up a studio and were trying to sign podcasters at one point. That's a dope idea. I was wondering, was that true? And if so, who were some of the people you were interested in signing?
I mean, you can say all them niggas. It wasn't about, I had a building and I talked to certain guys. I said, yo, this is how you want your room built out. What you want, a safari room? You want a waterfall room? However you want your room to look. I'm making room look like that, but I'm putting a table. I won't get an idea where I'm doing something else, but not with them guys, but I'm doing something else with them guys. And, a lot of guys felt, this era is like, you got these artists that probably made one record and they feel as though they got artists. Yo, that's my artist. Nigga, you're not even an artist yet. So, they feel they can do it on their own. I mean, everybody learn from somebody. Everybody come from somewhere.
10 had mentioned Zip with the Drip. How did you even come across Zip with the Drip? Was it YouTube or did you hear about him before podcasting?
Yeah, I said I don't know dude from nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? All I see with people on the internet, trying to, put something together. So I said, you know what? Who I am, let me put together for them. Let me help them. Let me give them a booster. You know what I mean? And they feel as though they can do it on their own. Like I don't need him. Because they see interest. So they figure someone else going to interest, but nobody still nowhere.
Yeah, as I said, starting a network would have been dope. But what ended up going wrong with the whole situation? What went wrong with you and Zip? Was it anything, or did him coming on the internet catch you off guard?
I mean, the crazy shit about it, Mikey T. Ten Toes been telling me about him. Like he said, don't trust that nigga. Ten Toes been saying it. I said, nah, he good, he alright, he alright. Me being who I am, you know what I'm saying? But Ten Toes kept telling me this. I mean, a year before that, Ten Toes was telling me. I'm no joke, for real. He been telling me about this dude, like, yo, don't trust him, tell you a piece of shit. He this, he that. Ten Toes was telling me. I mean, but sometimes you gotta get bit. You realize it's a bite. You know what I'm saying? As long as you still can walk and talk and fight another day, you can always fight again. You know what I mean?
What was your thoughts on the Nas Supreme Team documentary, and do you think he was the right person to do it?
I mean, like I said before, another black man doing something good, positive. He felt he can do for them guys, and it's for them guys to get some money in pocket, to do what they got to do. You know what I mean? So it was good. I commend Nas, commend Prince, commend Preem. Like what I'm saying, niggas is trying to come together, do their thing. You know what I mean? You can mean all the ingredients to the soup. You know what I'm saying? You can be in everything. You can go dance on every record. You know what I'm saying? I'm dancing on my record. I'm naming my tune. You know what I'm saying? So I don't look at it like that, man. Those are my chiefs, man. I commend them guys. Get the money and do what you got to do. If everybody can live off them stories, let's all live off them stories. You know what I mean? Because there's so many stories, we all can live off them stories. You know what I'm saying? We all can live off them stories. Yeah, it ain't no just one guy, you know what I mean, that did everything. No, nigga, everybody did everything. You know what I'm saying? And we all always respect each other. Why we can't today respect each other? You know why? Because you got these other guys that wasn't there with us in the mix, trying to earn something, trying to get something from all of us. So they put us all against each other. You feel me?
Did Nas ever reach out to you to be in the Supreme Team documentary?
Well, like I said, LL called me. Nas asked for my number. He said, "Can I give me a number?" You know what I'm saying? I said, "Go ahead, give it to him." You know what I mean? I ain't got no hard feeling towards that man. You know what I'm saying? That's it. But I'm not gonna do nothing for free. You gotta pay me, man. I don't give a what it is. You gotta pay me.
Do you ever recall a time of Supreme or Nas pulling up on each other, or maybe Supreme sharing any of his interest in Nas's music?
He don't know him. They don't know each other. Prince don't know him. They don't know him. Like I said, he gave him a chance to earn some money, which was good. You know what I mean? I respect him for that. You know what I mean? And that was it. You know what I mean? He know me. I know him. You know what I'm saying? So all I can say is respect, man. He gave the guys, a chance to make some money, man. So salute to Nas. You know what I mean? One thing I've never been was a hater. I've never hate another man with opportunity getting what he got to get. You know what I mean? Because my opportunity always presents itself. It's gonna always present itself. It's gonna come. You know what I mean? When you start hating on niggas, that's when your hole start digging. They start digging a hole for you. You know what I mean? You can't do that.
What do you think about Irv Gotti wanting to do the Supreme story? Do you think he'll do a better job than some of the other documentaries that are out there
I mean, it depends on what you're talking about. On what though?
on
You know what I'm
actual?
saying?
I mean, an actual motion picture on Supreme.
I mean, it's gonna be what Preem tell him. You feel me? On his behalf. But like I said, you got a lot of members. You got a lot of young members that went to jail for a long time. They got stories about the team that Preem wasn't home for, or Prince. You know what I'm saying? You got dudes that can tell you a story about the team. You know what I'm saying? So that story, it got to be collectively if you want to hear the whole story because it got to come from all of us. That's why it's called the team. You know what I mean? It's all of us. It ain't just one person. It's all of us, and there's so many of us.
Do you think they will put a Bemmy character in there, and how do you think you will be represented?
How can you not put a Bimmy character in the Supreme Team story? You know what I'm saying? How can you not? And you only thing you could do is represent me the right way. I live right. You know what I'm saying? My history explains itself. I live right. I didn't live wrong. I didn't do nothing wrong to nobody on the team and that nigga. Come on. I was one of the guys that helped guys eat. They helped me.
Can you tell me about E-Moneybags? Like how did you meet E-Moneybags? How well did you know him?
I met him years ago, like with Nas. Me and E-Money Bag was trying to manage Nas. You know what I'm saying? I knew he was all right, man. I'm not gonna, one thing about me, man, I'm from New York, man. I don't condemn the dead because once I learned in life, man, through my uncles, once a man died, he died with his sins. All his sins died too. You feel me? So I'm not gonna be a dude like fuck him or he was a good dude. To me, he was. You know what I'm saying? All the problems came after that. See, that's when dudes get these timelines mixed up. We was all right. Me and him was riding the MPV. We used to go pick Nas up together. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't. That's what these guys don't understand is back then dudes was really together. Dudes wasn't. It's little things that make guys go a different way, that way and that way. You know what I'm saying? Different things, which should never occurred.
Yeah, the time frame is interesting. That must have been early 90s compared to when E-Moneybags went all crazy and
Yeah, it was.
went all crazy at the end of the 90s,
No, it wasn't early 90s. It was early. It was like late 80s,
late 80s.
late 80s. Because I wasn't doing music. I wasn't doing nothing like that with Corey. I wasn't doing nothing. You feel me? I was trying to find my way. You know what I mean? I wasn't working at Def Jam then.
So, did E-Moneybags beef with Supreme put you in a strange position, especially being alongside Black Just?
I mean, like, there's no way I can answer that. Like, it always gonna be in the same position. That's the man that taught me. You feel me? It's always gonna be in the same position. But my position is to try to squash it. That's my take on everything. Squash. I'm not in the streets. I'm in the music game. I'm at Def Jam. You know what I'm saying? And one thing like in prison they teach you don't talk about religion and politics. You can't get into all that shit. I can't, you got these gangs when you can't get in their business. They business, they business. No matter if I'm a civilian, if my man getting something and he claiming something, I can't get involved because he claiming that. You feel me? Because it had nothing to do with me. Even though we grew up together, that's my man. So it's different. You know what I mean? My life was different. My life, I'm trying to make records. I'm trying to make music. I'm trying to change my whole life. I'm doing something totally different in life. You know what I mean? Just because I'm working at Walmart, I mean, my life consists of, who's selling something on the corner. If he fucked his pack up, he jump on him, and I was come outside and jump on him too. I'm working at Walmart all day. That don't that don't equal up. What mentality is that? Yo, y'all break that up. Yo, chill with that. If I can't do that, then what you want me to do? Just ruin everything I built? Just ruin everything I built. When you constantly out there playing. Nah, I can't do that, bro.
So, I'm going to ask you something. Um, I want you to try to answer me as honestly as you can. You know what I mean? You've worked at labels, Bimmy. Do you think E-Moneybags' relationship with Prodigy would have ultimately led to him getting a recording deal? I'm asking you, was he nice on the mic? Do you think if he continued to
He
hang
he
around those guys?
see my main guy was Stretch. God bless his dad. That was my guy, Stretch. That was with Tupac. You know what I mean? That's my dude. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to his brother Magic. That's my man. You know what I'm saying? But Stretch was my guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? God bless this fallen soldier, but that was my dude. You know what I mean? And he was with him. So Stretch was teaching everybody. You feel me? Eventually he would have got a deal. He wasn't garbage. You know what I'm saying? But he was finding his way in the game. It just depends on who's gonna believe in him. Like you got all these artists, who's gonna believe in you? They're gonna put you on.
Bimmy, can you tell me about Bangum Smurf? He was from Queens. He was a G-Unit associate. Did you ever run into him?
A few times, but I don't really know Smurf like that. You know what I mean? I don't really know him. Like, you know what I'm saying? I I really don't know him like that, bro.
Word, that's my OG right there, man. Smurf and me. You know, I
Yeah,
went
yeah,
up with my dad.
yeah. I know a lot about him. He's a good dude. You know what I mean? Me and Smurf talked before. I talked to Smurf.
That's what's
Good dude. Good dude.
free
I mean,
domination while we're on it.
I know domination. You know what I mean? I know domination. Free domination. I definitely know domination.
Yep, free down
I
low.
remember from the Lost Boy days. Lost Boy days. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Facts. That's how you knew him through the Lost Boys and all that. Cheeks,
Yeah, man. Come on,
free
Freaky Tie,
rest in
Cheeks,
peace.
Big. You know what I mean? I used to move with them guys. You know what I'm saying? Those Cheeks was in the park with me. Before you even got a record deal. Cheeks in the park with me rhyming. As well as Fredro from Onyx. You know what I'm saying? All them dudes.
Salute to both of them, man. Fredro,
No question.
that's my guy right there. And Mr. Cheeks, we done smoked out a whole room together, man. That guy
Yeah,
smokes.
yeah. Do it. Yeah. You know, RP Freaky Tie too.
Right. R.I.P. to Freaky Ty. Would Freaky Ty have taken on a solo rap career, Bimmy?
He was. Hell yeah. He was.
Can you tell me when you first met 50 Cent and did you immediately see his raw potential?
Yeah. Yeah. I met 50. I think we was in the projects because my man Just was taking care of him. You know, bought the first boxing gloves, all that type of stuff. He's boxing. I mean,
Right.
he's boxing. You know, he was about his thing, and he was sticking shit up. I said, Just, yo, why you fucking with him, man? That nigga sticking shit up, man. I knew what he was. You know what I'm saying? And then, and then later on, I saw him get into his career, rapping and stuff. And then, one day we was in the studio with Mariah's Carey group, Aloha, and her other group, the Negro Leagues. And for some reason they was beefing. 50 told nigga, I'll punch in your face. Dude was like, oh, you ain't gonna do nothing. So he rolled his weed. 50 just caught him. Pow. And then they started just riding through the studio. And I said, yo, when I moved over there, I said, yo, break this up. Yo, break it up. And he said, yo, y'all niggas trying to jump me? He said, jump you? I said, nigga, I'm saving you. This nigga's killing you. You know what I'm saying? I said, I'm saving you.
What did you make of his antics, Bimmy, to get into fights with people like Fredro Starr and Ja Rule? No artist from New York had ever done that before, to my knowledge.
He made his way. And how he gonna make his way? Just look at your boy when he talk about me. Niggas making their way. Whoever you make your way, make your way. Whatever works for you, works for you. Whatever outcome of it comes, it comes. You know what I'm saying? If it's consequences, whatever it comes, it comes. But you make your way. You know what I'm saying? He made his way. Look at him now. Big
Facts.
mogul.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Big mogul. And he's from Queens. You know what I mean? You can't take it away from him.
In my interview with 50 Cent's cousin, Continental 5, he said Supreme liked the song Ghetto Quran. Is that true?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know, but I liked it. He shouted me out in it.
Yeah,
He's
he
my
actually
brother.
mentioned you.
Yeah. I don't niggas that get money like Bimmy and Joe. You know what I'm saying? He shouted us out. So I ain't seen nothing wrong with the song.
Right.
You got these niggas, they on songs. These niggas on songs and they talking about how many niggas they killed. they tell you action, they tell you word for word what's going on. And that song wasn't like that. He was giving props to the neighborhoods. That's all.
Yeah, the $1 million question, Bimmy. At that point in your life, because everyone says this is 50 Cent's snitching record. At that point in your life, would Ghetto Quran have affected you in any type of snitching way?
Why would it affect me when he's shouting the neighborhoods out, giving props to everybody? I just said it. He said, I know niggas is getting money like Bimmy and Joe. You feel me? He shouting people out. He's shouting niggas out doing their thing. If you wasn't doing your thing, you thought that he wasn't thinking about it, you wasn't shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's snitching. Come on, dog.
Why do you think Black Hand Chaz had so much faith in 50 and even put money up and funded 50 back in the day?
I mean, he's like a dude, right? That come from the hood, that's looking for a way into the game. That's like how I looked for my way. Everybody, like I say, everybody have their way. You know what I mean? They weighed, we all dealt different cards. His cards were dealt 50 club artists, you know what I'm saying, that he get in the game with. And that's the way his way in. So he's seen 50 his way in. So he put his cards in his hands.
In Many Men, 50 said, Slim switched sides on me. Do you know what went wrong with them? Chaz is from Queens. You're from Queens.
Yeah, I really don't know about that because I'm gonna tell you something to you. Even though I'm from Queens, a lot of inside business I don't know. I don't involve myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like being in conversations. So I'm not gonna be in anybody else's conversation.
Here. How do you feel about talking about Keefe D, man? Did you want to talk about that?
I mean, once again, man, club from where I'm from is that we don't talk about shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We don't talk about shit like that. You know what I mean? And God bless that man. He just got to just work on his faith. That's where it's gonna go. You know what I mean? I know where we come from. We don't talk about shit that don't have no statute of limitation to it. You know what I mean? That's where I'm from. You know what I mean? He gotta know his cards. That's his cards. He gotta play his hand now.
How do you feel about the Tax Stone and Troy Ave situation?
Man, once again, I know Troy. Troy, my guy. Fuck with Troy. You know what I mean? I don't get involved in that. You know what I'm saying? Me, Mikey T, like, you got a real one right here. I don't get into that. These are the things that dude's supposed to be like. That it's not my business. You know what I mean? I'm not me speaking on it. I'm adding fuel to the fire. You know what I'm saying? And I'm bringing more speculation. Oh, yo, he said it. He was there. You know what I mean? I'm bringing more speculation to the situation.
Tax.
Them two brothers need to stop doing what they're doing. You know what I mean? Just cut that shit out. Let him do his time. You go about your business. Do what you got to do. That's it. That's how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? It's over. Once a man go to prison or die, the game is over. You know what I'm saying? The game is over. You won. There's nothing else to say. Nothing else to talk about.
You think they're going to lighten up on Troy Ave and let him get back to his career?
Who? Who's gonna lighten up on him? I don't know his business like that. Who?
It seems like ever since that whole incident, like he's been kind of like, faced off with some, like his fan base has kind of fell off. I see he's working with academics now, though, so hopefully that could lift him back up.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Troy's persistent, so he's gonna be all right.
That was the thing that was always about Troy Ave. He was
Yeah, he's
persistent.
persistent. Yeah. He gonna be all right. He persistent. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be okay.
All right. So the last
I like his show too. He got a good show, the Facto show. I like it. It's funny. I like his show.
Yeah, so hopefully something happens with him now in academics because I seen Fat Boy, SSE, and Whack 100 academics were all doing a show together. Looks like Fat Boy SSE starting a new podcast as well. So we'll see what happens with Troy Ave over there. I know they messed up all of his money after, you know what I mean? He was on the camera shooting in the club and then he came home and he couldn't do nothing. So they, a lot of people would always be like, well, Shine, you know what I mean? If Shine would have been able to come home, he would have been able to take advantage of his controversial situation. But Troy Ave got screwed out of all that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I got these things that I just want to ask you about. You got to pick one, but I mean, you could do whatever you want. You know what I mean? You're Bimmy. But I want to ask you, got to pick one, Tupac or Biggie?
Both.
Any explanation? You could throw in an explanation if you want as well.
Because I want to party and bullshit, I go to Big. If I want to get serious, I want to get some real topics, I go to Pop.
All right. Nas or Jay-Z?
I mean, I go to Queens, homie.
Death Row or Bad Boy?
Death Row.
Queensbridge or Left Rack?
Queensbridge.
Brooklyn or the Bronx?
Brooklyn.
Harlem or Far Rockaway?
Far Rock.
Lloyd Banks or Cassidy?
Lloyd Banks.
El Chapo or Pablo?
El Chapo.
G-Unit
Come on,
or...
nigga escaped, man, from prison.
Yeah.
Escaped from prison. He underground. Who the fuck doing that?
Facts, man. G Unit or Murder Inc?
G-Unit.
Ja Rule or DMX?
DMX.
Rest in peace, DMX. Bimmy, let me
That's my dog.
man, I really appreciate you joining me for this exclusive interview.
Let me ask you a question.
What's
Let me
up?
ask you a question. Bimmy, or them niggas on the internet?
Oh, fuck them dudes on the internet, man. I had to jump up, you know what I mean, when I seen some people talking shit about you, Bimmy, man. You know what I mean? I was like, why am I the only one speaking up? But a lot of others spoke up, you know what I mean? A lot of other people spoke up in defense of you, man. And you actually came on the internet and just
shout out to your guy. Shout out to your guy out there, King Erner, man. He's stand-up guy, man.
King
Erner,
Erner.
stand-up guy.
Yeah, King Erner.
Stand up.
King Erner shouted you out and all that. I heard you saying,
Yeah, stand-up guy.
you know what I mean? And even though King Erner and myself have our differences, you know what I mean, with the whole situation, Leak Moss, you know what I mean? King Erner was one of the first. King Erner was one of the King Erner was one of the first people in my DM after the situation with Leak Moss, like, yo, Mikey T, just apologize to Leak Moss, make that shit right, water under the bridge. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and like you know, I don't like to try and put the people that I work with against each other. When you were on with Gully, and when you're on with 10, you don't be having them dissing each other. I'm not that type of
I'm with that.
You know what I mean?
I ain't with that. You don't know what they talking to other dudes behind my back. I don't care. I'm just not gonna be you. You know what I'm saying? I'm never gonna be you. I'm always be me, and I'm always gonna stand up. You know, even though if I have a war with a dude, I'm gonna be honorable about the war. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be no stab in the back. You gonna know we got war. That's it. You know what I mean? And whoever catch who, whatever. You feel me? And I ain't with all that snake shit and all that dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? And you know, if Ten and Gully got what they got going on, you know, like Gully called me, all other shit going on. Gully called me. Me and him spoke. I was out of the country. We talked. Boom, that was that. You know what I'm saying? And I was honorable. So I don't go behind, go tell 10, yo, go, Gully, yo, you know, I don't do that. I told them, yo, y'all niggas should be doing that. You know what I'm saying? If y'all grown men, if they decide to keep going, that's them.
So tell me, what was it that 10 Toes Down did for you, or in your eyes, that was honorable?
I mean, he's always been a stand-up dude. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the internet. I don't go on the internet. Word. I know him outside the internet. I know him in the world. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the internet. Yeah, I ain't gonna say you know, we speak with him. Other people see him as the internet. I know him outside the internet. Stand up dude, man, good friend, a good brother, there for you, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is, and that's how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? That's how I was raised, how I grew up. My brother's my keeper. That's my brother. You know what I'm saying? No matter what. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I do just want to point out that King Erner never snatched my honor. I had snatched my own honor before he could. You know, I beat him to the punch. Sometimes you gotta beat him to the punch. You know what I mean? I was like, this guy's about to snatch my honor. Let me snatch my own honor real quick.
Yo, but you gotta respect you though, bro. You gotta respect you. I watched this show a couple of times, man, and I always want to ask you, what the fuck are them bottles behind you? What's in you drunk all that shit?
Well, I mean, yeah, I drank all those bottles. That's Dom Perignon, Veuve Clicquot Rosé. Obviously, the Dom Perignon's the most expensive bottle. That's like $300 a bottle, you know. But this is like an $80 bottle. Obviously, they were all full before, you know what I mean. And I was like just keeping them there, but then like I drank them, you know what I mean. And I was like, you know, I didn't go buy new ones, you know what I mean.
Yo, what's up? This is Bimmy. I'm with Mikey T, the movie star. We just had a movie. We made a movie today. All right. So grab your ticket, get your popcorn, sit down and have a seat. You know what I mean? Pay attention, close attention. This ain't no cap, it's some real shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to school now.